Hi guys, it's Kelly here. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I am home from work today, feeling unwell, so not really feeling like being in front of the camera, to be honest. So I thought that I would give you a little tour of my book trolleys. Now, it's a very exciting day for me because this gorgeous peach coloured trolley is brand new. I just picked it up secondhand from Facebook Marketplace for $20. Really excited about that because it is the real deal. It is an Ikea one, so very happy about that. This lovely fellow over here, the darker coloured one, is my original book trolley. So I've literally just this morning rearranged everything, made it look pretty, made myself smile and feel happy. So I'm going to give you a little tour now and show you what all of the different sections are. So I'm just going to zoom. All right, and we will turn and we will look up a little bit. Okay, here we go. So this new top tier of my new trolley is where I have my books that I am currently reading, which this little magnet here with the open page is signifying. And here is my TBR. So as you can see, so it goes up to this Isabella Allende book is my books that I've got on the go at the moment. The first two I started in January and haven't picked up since. Love Stories I started in February, and again I've sort of picked it up a couple of times, but because they're kind of little individual stories, I have sort of not picked it back up for a little bit, so I do need to get onto that so that I can get it finished. And I've got here The Dressmakers of Yarrandara Prison is one that I am currently listening to on audiobook, and I've just started The House of the Spirits by Isabella Allende for one of my book clubs. So up to there is my books that I've got on the go at the minute. And then on the TBR side of things, I've got Sexing the Cherry, which I'm going to be reading as a buddy read. I've got a couple of books that I've pulled out that I would like to get to. I don't think that I'm going to be getting to Braiding Sweetgrass, although it was for a book club. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. This month has just been really crazy, and I don't think I'm going to make it, unfortunately. Next, I've got two books here, Open Water and Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King. They're two books I've got out from the library at the moment. I'm going to try and get at least one of those done before I have to return them, which is pretty soon, so I need to get onto that. The Island of Missing Trees by Elif Shafak is one of the Women's Prize shortlisted books, as is Sorrow and Bliss. So Island of Missing Trees, my audiobook has just come in, so I want to make sure I get to that ASAP. So I'm just trying to finish off Dressmakers of Yarrandara Prison before I start it, but I may have to jump the queue because there will probably be somebody waiting for for the Island of Missing Trees after me. And then Ariadne and I can't see the title of that one. The something stone. Can't remember. Anyway, those are two books that I'm going to be reading in June. So I've just put them there so I don't lose them in between. So that's sort of my hang on, I should show you. There's also a little bit behind as well. I've got the Ruth Ozeki there and two other library books that I've borrowed from my school library. Okay, so that's my currently reading in my TBR. And then if we just look down, I've got a shelf that I've just put together, which is Australian books. And I'll show you a bit later on my shelf that I've also got in this area, some more of my collection. And right down the bottom, down here, I've just laid flat, there's some magazines and a couple of larger format books that I've acquired that I want to get to. And if we zoom across over here to my my other trolley, it's a little bit messier down there. I didn't really tidy it up, probably should have, but I didn't. Those are, I've done the same thing there. So those are some larger format books that I would like to get to. Then if we look up to this shelf here, you can see some books that I have talked about in recent videos. When I say recent, over the last couple of months, books that I've acquired or have been meaning to read and didn't get to. So I have just popped them there for now because they don't really have a home at the moment. So until I've got somewhere, they can just stay on that trolley. Now that I've got two. And then up the top, I won't show you for too long because those are some recent books that have come in, and I am going to make a video talking about those. And you can see my little guy there. Hello. And just behind that, maybe I should lift you up here. Whoop. I've got some larger format books there and a beautiful set that I bought for myself of some classics in gorgeous editions. I've just got those, they're kind of on semi-permanent display. All right, let's move around and I'm going to show you some other books as well. So we're going to just shuffle, and I'm going to flick this light around so that we've got a bit more light there. This little section on top of my bookshelf, I'm going to zoom out just for a sec. So this is I've got my mantelpiece here, and then a shelf that I got again off Facebook Marketplace. That was a real hoo-ha to get into the back of my car, but I did manage to do it. And it fits really nicely underneath with space for me to stack things on the top, which I really like. So I've got here some books that I am keen to get to very soon. And I've spoken about most of these books, I would say, already on my channel. So as books that have come in or books that I'm keen to read. So I've popped them up there just to kind of visually remind myself that they're ones I want to get to very soon. So I'm going to pop you down because we're a bit wobbly. On this little shelf here, sorry, I've still got a little Christmas guy there, which was a little Christmas bear, koala-y type creature that my grandparents bought for me when I was born. And every year they would get and for each grandchild they had one. So this was mine. They recently sold their place. And as I mentioned previously, my grandmother passed away in March. So, which was very sad. But prior to that, they were selling their house as they've moved into a residential care. So behind my little guy there, I've got some other books here. This is a bit of a mixed bag. The reason that it's a mixed bag is because, as you can see, this kind of comes down quite low. So taller format books don't fit. They're hard to get in and out of that area. So I've just kind of put books that are tiny in that area. So it's a bit of a mixed bag of books, but all books that I would like to get to. And next to that, I've got some non-fiction books that I'd like to get to as well. A little stack there. Moving down, hopefully you're going to be able to see this. I've got the books that are kind of standing there, as in not lying down, are Australian books that I'm considering for my Australian Reading Challenge that I'm hosting this year. I'm doing pretty well on my challenge so far. But those are ones that I'm considering, so I've just left them where I can see them. And over here, I've got a lovely little stack of larger format books that I am also hoping to get to very soon. They're not all Australian. Some of them are, but some of them are not. And right down the bottom, which you're going to find a little bit hard to see, excuse the mess of cords down here, are some more of my Australian book collection that I am hoping to get to very soon. I'm going to zoom back up to this shelf here because over on the other side of this little caddy here, I've got a stack as well of books that are either YA or children's, and books that I'm and they're all books that I'm quite keen to get to. So yeah, that is my little collection there. I'm going to zoom back out and we'll come back around back to my trolleys. So I hope you enjoyed the tour of some of my collection. In this house we have shelves all throughout the house, so I've got plenty of other shelves of books that I can show you. They're all a bit of a hot mess. I gotta say, they're not very organized. They do not look like a booktuber or a bookstagrammer's shelves, because they're in other rooms, so they're not on display. So only the ones that are on display I have tidied up for you today, to show you some of my collection. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know, do you also have these trolleys, the Ikea trolleys, for your collection? I see them on Bookstagram and BookTube all the time, but yeah, I don't know if everybody uses these types of trolleys. I quite like them. I think they're a good size. This new one that came in, as you can probably tell just from looking at the relative position, I've moved the middle shelf down just a little bit because I just wanted to have a bit more room for some of the sort of larger format paperbacks that in this one I've typically found when I put it at the kind of middle level, they're a little bit hard to get in and out of the trolley. So yeah, that's what I've done. I may adjust these other ones now that I've cleared some of the books out so that I can do that. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the tour and I look forward to chatting with you on the next one. Bye.